الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن نبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد، فقال تعالى في كتابه العزيز الحكيم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وتعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان واتقوا الله إن الله شديد العقاب. All praise, thanks, gratitude is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the nourisher, the sustainer, the creator of all the world. We send salutations upon our beloved Prophet and leader, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, upon his family, companions, and all those who follow in his footsteps. My beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, pilgrimage to Makkah, the Hajj, is a central duty in Islam, and its origins date back to Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. And for centuries, millions of Muslims from every nook and cranny of the world have made this sacred journey, and in doing so, they fulfill an obligation which is central to the religious duty of every Muslim, male and female. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declares in Surah Al-HAJJ, Surah 22, verse 27, وَأَذِّن فِي النَّاسِ بِالْحَجِّ يَأْتُوكَ رِجَالًا وَعَلَى كُلِّ ضَامِرٍ يَأْتِينَ مِنْ كُلِّ فَجٍّ عَمِيقٍ. And proclaim the pilgrimage amongst the people. They will come to thee on foot and on every kind of camel, lean on account of journeys through deep and distant mountain highways. In other words, Jamaatul Muslimin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala predicts that people from all over the world, in all walks of life with different modes of transport, they will respond to the call to come to Hajj, the fifth pillar of Islam. Indeed, in ordinary times, this would have been the period that many prospective HAJJ would have been preparing to embark on this sacred journey to participate in the rituals or manasik of the Hajj. But my beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, we are not living in ordinary times. Due to the global threat of COVID-19, the Hajj this year has been restricted to local residents only, and millions of prospective HAJJ the world over, including in South Africa, our mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters, family members, friends and colleagues who intended to perform Hajj this year will have to wait for next year, inshaAllah, to fulfill this fara'id, this obligation. And these prospective HAJJ should affirm to their noble intention to perform Hajj. They should take comfort from knowing that the restriction on the number of people to perform Hajj and the absence from the rituals, from the manasik this year is in the interest of the entire Muslim Ummah, and that they will be abundantly rewarded for their sabr, for their patience and perseverance. Although Hajj this year will only be performed by local Saudi residents and a few internationals residing in Saudi Arabia, we should all still observe the sacred time of the year and continue to inspire those who have not yet performed Hajj to make their intention to one day fulfill this sacred obligation, insha'Allah. In this regard, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of the heavens and the earth, declares in the glorious Quran in Surah Baqarah, Surah 2, verse 197. الحج أشهر معلومات فمن فرض فيهن الحج فلا رفث ولا فسوق ولا جدال في الحج وما تفعلوا من خير يعلمه الله وتزودوا فإن خير الزاد التقوى واتقوا يا أولي الألباب. The Hajj takes place in the well-known months. If one resolves to perform the pilgrimage during these months, let him or her not indulge in obscenity, sin or quarrel, and the good you do shall be known to Allah. Make provisions for the journey, and the best of provision is taqwa, it is piety, O people of understanding, and taqwa. Jamaatul Muslimin, in the above verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala points to the key provision we need to prepare for the sacred journey, namely that of taqwa, piety. But Jamaatul Muslimin, taqwa does not mean how well we perform salah or how many du'as we know. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Ma'idah, Surah 5, verse 3, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala defines taqwa as follows: وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالْعُدْوَانِ وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. Help one another in promoting goodness in Allah consciousness, and do not help one another in furthering evil and enmity. And remain conscious of Allah, for behold, Allah is severe in punishment. So taqwa is about our good behaviors and pleasant attitude towards others, and most of all, respect for one another. Taqwa, piety or God consciousness, promotes moral qualities such as truthfulness, honesty, purity of intention, humility, and most of all, a desire to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in order to reap the benefits of the year after al-akhirah. For all prospective HAJJ, the disappointment of the postponement of Hajj 2020 can be turned into an opportunity to nurture Allah consciousness, the taqwa, and to use the extra time to gather the best provision they can for the Hajj when they do so, to embark on the sacred journey next year, inshallah. My beloved brothers and sisters in Islam, COVID-19 has meant that this season of Hajj has been a quiet season, as we have had no HAJJ to bid farewell to. However, we should not lose sight of the sacredness of this time of Hajj. We should remain mindful that the rituals, that the manasik of the Hajj will still be performed by HAJJ resident in Saudi Arabia. And as such, I would like to suggest one way in which all of us as non-pilgrims can uphold the sacredness of this time of Hajj, namely to fast in solidarity with the pilgrims on the day of Arafah, the day of Wukuf, when the HAJJ stand on the plains of Arafat, meaning the most important day of the Hajj, as our beloved Prophet and leader Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Al-Hajj Arafah. The Hajj is Arafah. So fasting on the day of Arafah is a highly recommended sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And according to the companion Abu Qatada, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with him, the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, صوم يوم عرفة يكفر السنة الماضية والباقية أخرجه Muslim. Fasting on the day of Arafah is an expiation of 2 years of sins. This hadith is recorded in the collection of Imam Muslim. So fasting on the day of Wukuf spiritually links the non-pilgrim with the HAJJ who are gathered at the plains of Arafat. This year, when the plains of Arafat will be without the multitudes of people from nations across the world, it will be a reminder of the global pandemic that has plunged us into abnormal times. We should use this sacred time to increase our supplications and du'as and beseech Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us all from the pain of disease, to grant shifa to those afflicted by COVID-19 and other illnesses, and to grant those who have succumbed to the pandemic a high place in Al-Jannah, and to protect the frontline staff against the coronavirus. We pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy for all prospective HAJJ and grant them patience and perseverance, sabr, in the face of this global challenge that has been placed in their path. Let us make dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Allahumma ja'alna hajjan mabrura. O Allah, grant our pilgrims an accepted Hajj. Wa sa'yan mashkura. And let their strivings and endeavors be rewarded. Wa dhanban maghfura. And forgive them their sins and trespasses. Wa amalan salihan ma'bula. And accept their good deeds. وَتِجَارَةً لَنْ تَبُورَ. And let not their assets perish. يَا نُورَ النُّورِ. O light upon light. يَا عَالِمَ مَا فِي الصُّدُورِ. O knower of all that is in our hearts. أَخْرِجْنَا يَا اللَّهِ مِنَ الظُّلُمَاتِ إِلَى النُّورِ. Lead us forth from darkness unto light. اللهم رب الناس أذهب البأس واشف أنت الشافي. O Allah, Lord of humankind, remove the disease and grant healing, for you are the healer. La shifaa illa shifaa'uk. There is no healing except that which comes from thee. Shifaa'an la yughadiru saqama. Provide us with a healing that does not exclude any disease. Ishfi mardana. Heal those of us who are ill. نسألك اللهم أن تشفيهم من هذا الوباء كورونا. We ask you especially to heal those who experience this pandemic of corona. اللهم آنش قلوبهم بنور وجهك الكريم. Comfort their hearts with your magnificence. اشفي أجسامنا وأنفسنا بحبك ورحمتك. Heal our bodies and our spirits with your love and grace. وأن نتوكل دائما على رحمتك الواسعة. And may we forever rely on your inexhaustible mercy. اللهم اغفر لهم وارحمهم وسكنهم في الجنة. O Allah, we beseech you to grant all deceased a high place in Jannah. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praise and thanks is due to Allah alone, Lord of the universe.